Okay, so we're going to start now. So this is the last webinar of the launch, and I'm so excited to be on. You guys are lucky that you see me in a sweater because usually I am in my yoga clothes, and the last couple of webinars I've had wet hair because my cat has sneezed on me and it has been really bad, and I've had to take a shower right before the webinar. So that's what's going on with me. So today what I'm going to do is start the webinar. I love to do webinars, and it's the last one, so it's going to be the best one ever, right? So thank you for joining. And the only thing that I might have trouble with is the tech, but any questions you have, ask me at the end, okay? So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to get off for a little bit and start my talking. Okay, so today we are going to be, actually there's an echo. Let me just turn off this echo. Okay, perfect. So we are doing a training for 3 mantras to help you face your yoga fears and live a healthier life. So in this webinar, I'm going to show you how you can learn the basics of yoga through simple and easy steps. By the end of our time together, you're going to be able to, one second, I'm having technical problems. Oh, can't get out of this. Okay, so I am really glad that you are here today. Today is our last webinar of the launch for this term, and I'm so excited because it's going to be the best one, and you guys being here really means a lot to me because I've been really working hard on this course, and I think it is going to be great, this training. So usually you're very actually lucky that I'm wearing a sweater today, because usually I'm in my yoga clothes, and the last couple of webinars, my cat has like sneezed on my head. So I've been coming to the webinars with soaking wet hair. So you guys are lucky. You guys get to see me a little bit dressed up and dry hair. So let's begin. I love to do webinars, so this is going to be so much fun. The only thing is that sometimes I have technical problems, so you'll have to bear with me. So let's start. Okay, so I need to share my screen. Okay, let's share it, and then I will leave for a bit, but you will still be able to hear my voice. Okay, so today's training is 3 mantras to help you face your yoga fears and live a healthier life. And you will learn the basics of yoga, simple and easy steps you can start doing yoga, how to find confidence so you can walk into a studio or begin your own home practice. So if you stay with me till the end, I have this bonus that I wanted to share with you, but I will give you the opportunity to get your hands on an extra bonus. I just added this one, and I will give you the exact details if you stay till the end of the webinar. And it's a really, really good bonus, so stay tuned. So what I want you to do right now is turn off all distractions, turn off any television, close the door, any other windows, cell phone, whatever it is, because I really want you to focus on what I'm going to tell you and use this time as self-care time. So let's start with a little bit of breathing, because I love to start with breathing when I start any kind of webinar, any kind of project, any kind of talk, any kind of yoga class, because that really brings you together and nurtures you and really creates space for yourself to learn and grow. So if you're sitting anywhere, allow your feet to be grounded, touching the ground, and place your hands facing up and just close your eyes. Just close your eyes, relax your eyelids, allow your jaw to soften, and just breathe. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth with a I just want it all out. Usually we breathe inhaling and exhaling through the nose, but I just want you to practice through the mouth just to get it out. So we're going to inhale once again. Inhale the breath through your body, up your chest, all the way to the crown of your head, and let it out. Once again, inhale, long, deep inhale, and exhale out. Nice and long, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Now, inhale again, filling your body with breath, energy, and slowly exhale. Any minute, tension that's in your body, any feelings that you need to let go of so you can focus and really watch this webinar. Okay, so I want to know, sometimes do you feel inflexible when it comes to yoga? Do you feel confused or have no clue what the different yoga poses are? Do you worry about how you look compared to others? Or do you feel like you have so much to learn before you step into another yoga class? And why are you here? Think about, why are you here? I've tried yoga before, but felt inflexible, subconscious, and confused. Learning all the poses is overwhelming. I'm not sure where to start. My kids are grown, and now I have time to prioritize my life. I've heard so much about the benefits of yoga and want to give it a chance. So many reasons why you could be here. Even they might not even be on here. I'd love to hear them. But the thing is that whatever your motivation is, I want you to know that I'm here to support you. Who am I, right? You probably want to know that. I have a BS in psychology, certified in health coaching, certified in life coaching, certified in yoga, certified in meditation, certified in yoga nidra. So I have a lot of certifications. So what I'm about to teach you or talk to you about, I really studied, and I know what I'm talking about. But first of all, I want you to know that I'm a wife of 29 years, and that's a long time. So I guess I know how to be a wife as well, right? So this is a picture of us last summer in Alaska. It's so beautiful. Like, let me tell you that every picture turned out nice. Even when we were in like our glasses and night clothes and our hair wasn't brushed, it looked beautiful. So if you want to take beautiful pictures when you don't look good, Alaska is the place to be. And I'm also a mother to 3 grown children that I like most of the time, right? We like our kids most of the time. And I'm a good friend to and I love to travel, and I love yoga. Yoga has become such a big part of my life. It just makes me happy. Anytime I get a chance to do yoga, I do it. Anytime I talk about yoga, I get excited. But it wasn't always this way. At one point, I had gained weight. I was not happy in the inside. And I would just smile all the time on the outside because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Even though we feel empty on the inside, we're supposed to smile on the outside. And if we complain or say we're unhappy, then it looks like we're ungrateful. Because if you have a nice house, or your kids are healthy, or you have a happy relationship, in society, we're not allowed to say that we're unhappy or we're not filled. We have to just keep quiet about it, because if we complain, we look like we're ungrateful or complainers. And when I realized that I was not happy inside, I decided to try yoga. But the first time I went to my yoga class, it was miserable, because I left halfway because they were doing cat, cow, pigeon, upward dog, downward dog. And I was like, what are these animal poses? I've never learned these. And I got frustrated and left, like we do when we don't know anything, right? And it took me a while. And then I went back after a little bit with a friend, and I decided to stay consistent. So for about 2 weeks, we started staying consistent. And usually after a day, a week, you do feel the difference in yoga. And I did feel the difference, but life came about and I was inconsistent again because I didn't think that I was a priority. So I quit the yoga because it was like PTA, room mom, parties, birthdays, whatever it was in life. I didn't feel that I could give up those things or make myself a priority and and go for yoga, because it was like, why should I? Everybody else came first. So I was depleting all my energy. So one day I looked in the mirror and I was shocked, and I was angry, and I was sad, and I was disappointed. I was angry because nobody told me, hey, you know what? You're gaining weight. What is wrong with you? I was sad because I couldn't believe what I had done to myself. And I was disappointed in myself, because I realized that day, it was like an aha moment. I realized that if I didn't take care of myself, then nobody else would. So I was very disappointed in myself that I did not take charge of my life. And that's when I decided I need to take charge. If I take charge and I make myself a priority and I invest in myself, then everything else will fall in place. So I became very strict, and I knew I had to change my lifestyle. And so I decided, okay, kids are older now, I'm going to go and start yoga. So I started out 1 day a week for about a month. Then I added 2, then I added 3. And after a year, I was going 5 days a week, because I took it slow, because I know myself. If I had said, I'm going to go 5 days a week right now, then I would have failed, because what we do is we do things higher than we need to. The thing is if you think you're doing something very small, go even less than that, because that will lead to success. So I started eating right. I started going to yoga, and I started seeing the changes. And the changes were, I started having glowing skin. I started losing weight. I started focusing. I started really being present with my family as well. I'm going to take a sip of water, guys. So I just want you to know that I'm a hard worker just like you. I have made sure that self-care is part of my life. I say yes to yoga every time. Anytime there's a time to yoga, I do it, because the way it makes me feel, it's like a very calm, giddy, you get addicted to the feeling of yoga, and you notice how much strength and flexibility, and how, you really create space and go inwards and really nurture yourself. And I'm grateful for the life that I'm living. And it was not always like this. I was not grateful. I was unhappy. I was overweight. I was, doing things for other people. And I didn't think about myself, because I didn't think I was worthy enough to take time out. It was, do this for the kids, do this for the friends, do this for the school, do this for the spouse. It was always doing for everybody else, that by the end of the day, I had no energy for myself. And it took me nearly 3 years before I accepted yoga into my life. So the struggle is real. So, even though I was doing yoga and I was trying to go consistent, between the consistency of the 2 weeks And then finally, when the kids got a little older and I started going 5 days a week, it took about 3 years. So the struggle is real because being consistent is really hard. That is the hardest thing for us moms because so many things come out. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, then you can switch your schedule around so you can, fix things in the way you want. So we, say, okay, let's do our laundry today. But then if somebody says, hey, let's go for lunch, we can say, let's forget about the laundry. So we put what we want as a priority. And sometimes health is not in that category. So can you imagine how liberating it would be to be able to practice yoga whenever you wanted? How much more confident you would be if you knew the poses and understood the breath? How much fuller your life would be if you received all the benefits yoga has to offer? Learning the basics of yoga, you are allowing yourself to live longer, healthier, full of balance and confidence, and free of anxiety and stress. At this phase in your life, you recognize and acknowledge that your body is a temple and you are a priority. So at our age now, if you're hitting 40, over 40, you want to do the poses, you want to be healthy, but you want the spiritual aspect as well. You want to be able to feel the breath, feel the body, feel light and focused. It's not all about just, working out. It's a whole combination. It's a whole universe inside of you. So first things first, what is a mantra? So a mantra is a saying or belief that uplifts you. So for example, I am here, I am worthy, I am strong, today I will have no fear. So it's something that you say over and over again to yourself to have that confidence. So like in my Facebook group right now, the mantra is grateful. So we do a lot of things that have to do with gratefulness in our lectures and our yoga. And you have to also feel it inside. And yoga will help you feel it if you breathe and you concentrate it. So sometimes when you feel down during the day, if you have your mantra like, I am strong, or if your confidence is low, or if you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel guilty, you have that mantra to come back to. So it's really nice to have a mantra for the day or a mantra for the month. So when you feel frustrated, you can bring it back. So our first fear is for yoga students who are new or who have not really been brought into yoga, or is I'm not flexible enough for yoga. That is a really big fear. That's actually the number one fear. That's why I put it at number one. So the mantra or saying that can lift you up is that flexibility requires an open mind. To be flexible, you need to have yoga in your life. And if you practice yoga, you'll be flexible. Without yoga, there is no flexibility. So you know what, when you're stretching for a glass, when you're bending down to pick up something, that is kind of like yoga too, right? So stretching is the only way for your body to become flexible. And moving your body can change your flexibility. Daily stretches will help increase your mobility as you get older. I have a 92 and 94 yoga students, and they drive, they play tennis, they live on their own, they play golf, and they said because once they hit 40, they said we need to be more mobile. So they started picking up yoga, and then they found me as well, and they said that the reason why they're living a healthier life, longer life, they're living independently and not in a nursing home, not dependent on their kids, is because they took yoga and are consistent with it, and the stretching has really, really helped them throughout their life. And yoga allows you to stretch your body in ways that go beyond everyday movement. So it allows you to stretch your thinking. It allows you to stretch your spirit. It allows you to stretch your body. There's so many things that yoga does. And flexibility can come with any age. Like I said, that 92 and 94-year-old, they're moving around, they're flexible. They are more flexible than a lot of younger yoga students that I have. So an example of ways you can stretch are head to toe bend, where you bend down, you touch your toes, but you need to go down very gently as you're going down. Maybe put your hands on your wrist, go down. And if you can't touch your toes, that's fine, because literally when I first started doing this exercise, I was only touching my knees. And I thought that I was useless and I'd never be able to do it. But with much practice, look, finally I can do this. And this was let's see, about a couple of months ago. And I've been doing yoga for a while, and it's such a good stretch in the back of the legs, the back, the arms. Just let your head fall and just feel that stretch. Doing this every single day, 3 times a week, you'll really notice the difference. Another one that's really good is a side twist. Holding your hips, going down as your legs are open, and then you'll notice it's great for your arms, it's great for your back, because twists are amazing for allowing your emotions to come out. They're good for digestion, and also bringing your legs straight like that. A little bit of a bend is really going to be good for your calves to stretch and your thighs to stretch, and it's really grounding when you can put your feet and your hands on the ground. But if you cannot twist like this and you can only twist a little bit, remember, you're a beginner. It's okay. It takes time and practice. One of my favorite stretches is the Warrior One, because you move your foot forward, and it's really good for your entire body because you suck your stomach in. It helps with the legs, your arms are strong, and it gives you confidence. Any warrior pose that you do in yoga will give you confidence and really bring up energy as you put your hands up like that. So these are really, really 3 good stretches to do. So this is me trying to practice being more flexible. So what I did was I stretched every day, trying to do the Warrior Two pose. You can even see it's dark outside, so I did the night way. And so I was stretching, and then finally I was able to stretch even more. If you can look at the difference, my right leg is stretched more, my left leg is stronger, my arms are more solid, and my face is like I am a warrior, right? And this is all by practicing and being consistent. So you too can do this. And in my Pose to Practice course, which I'll be talking about later, these are some behind the scenes. Like, I really like to be a teacher who explains things step by step on how you're going to feel, how you should put your foot like at the bottom. That's how your foot should be, you know, what stretches. I really like to talk you through the yoga as I teach. And when I do my videos and my courses, I also like to see how everything is behind the camera. But my favorite thing is to be on the right side in front of the camera, where I can show you how to use props. We can talk about how you're going to feel, how the legs should be. I really like being in front and teaching. It really makes me happy. So fear number 2, there are too many poses to learn. And the mantra could be, I'm connected to my inner purpose. So with this one, I feel we worry too much about all the poses. There are so many poses in yoga, and we should not think about the poses. We should think about the purpose. What is the purpose? The purpose is to be grounded. The purpose is to learn your breaths. The purpose is stretch. We focus too much on all the different poses which will come. But we need to focus on the purpose. Why are you here? How are you going to connect with yourself? So everything comes with practice and patience. You saw how in the Warrior Two, I was not stretchy, and then with practice, I was able to do a really good Warrior Two. This is me a little bit, frustrated, because I am human, practicing my boat pose, which I was not able to do because my stomach muscles are not as strong, but that's okay. I'm going to practice, and if you saw the first slide, you saw that I was finally able to do the boat pose, but it does take practice and patience, and you too will learn the poses and grow into a practice of your own. So most moms at yoga fail because they go into a yoga class more advanced than their level. I love to talk about this, because I have yoga moms who go to power yoga, who go to hot yoga, and then they say, it was too hard, I couldn't do it, I didn't know the poses, yoga's not for me. And that's because they've gone into a yoga level that's too high for them. You need to start out with the basics, just like when you read a book, ABC, you have to learn your ABCs to read a full book, right? Same with yoga. You have to learn your ABCs of yoga to go into a higher class and learn the flow. The problem is we feel ashamed or we feel degraded if we go back to basics. So even if you've been to a yoga class and you still don't feel comfortable, you don't know the poses, you're not breathing right, or you're not sure, and you have to go back to the beginning, we feel like we've lost and we're losers and we've lost so much time. But that's not true. Going back to basics is actually going to improve your posture, give you confidence, have a good mindset so you can go into the higher levels. So don't just jump into a yoga class because your friends are doing it or because it just seems awesome. Start from the beginning and the basics. So starting from the beginning and having a private instructor can help you gain confidence and prevent injury. That's another thing. A lot of us, we don't want to invest in ourselves, and we don't really think of ourselves as a priority. You need to invest in the beginning to get somebody who can help you along the way, because if you show up in a group, your teacher cannot spend time with you the entire time, and you don't know the poses and you don't know what to do. So it's really good to invest in getting a private person so you can learn the basics. Or, you know, my pose to practice course that I've been mentioning throughout this training, we go from the basics. We start from each pose, and then we teach you a flow. So you learn the ABC, so you can have your own practice at home. You can turn on a video of a full-fledged yoga. You can go to a studio, and you can also prevent injury as well. So in my pose to practice course that I've been bringing up, we learn postures, benefits, and breath, because I really feel like, you know, as a mom, as a person, you want the knowledge of what you're doing. You want to learn the postures and the purpose. You want to learn how to breathe so your practice comes together, but you also want to know the benefits. Like, I want to know why, you know, if I bend down, what is that affecting me? What is that stretching? If I twist, is that affecting my digestive system? Is that affecting my heart? You know, whenever I make a movement, I want to know the benefits. And I know a lot of people do also, because I just want to twist my body and know what's not going on. I want to know what is going on. And anybody can breathe, therefore anybody can practice yoga. And that is so true. If you're breathing, you can practice yoga. So many of us say we're not flexible, we're not young enough, we can't do it, we don't have the time. But if you're breathing, you can do yoga. And if you want a life of happiness and longevity and clarity and focus and just that la feeling all the time, yoga is your exercise. So when you believe in the process and you believe that you should go down to the basics, then that means that you are ready to start a yoga process, and you are ready to invest in yourself, make yourself a priority, because you are saying, I'm worthy and I'm going to go back to the basics, learn the yoga, or I'm going to learn yoga from the basics. I don't know anything about yoga, so that my practice can truly be what I need it to be. And your mind will begin to slow down. You can hold poses longer and deeper. Your ligaments will stretch more, which is awesome. You will disappear that doubts, and you will become more confident, which is amazing. Who doesn't want confidence? And fear number 3, I'm not as flexible or practiced as her. I will let it go on the mat. So I love this one. We have so much judgment when we go into a studio, or even in life. You know, if another mom is doing something, and it's not even a hobby of ours. So if another mom bakes really well and we don't even bake, we start judging ourselves and thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I should start baking, or she's such a better mom than me because she bakes cookies for her kids and I buy store-bought. You know, all this stuff, it creates such chaos and overthinking in our head. If she creates and bakes, let her do that. Be happy for her. You also have a talent. Maybe there's something that you do that she doesn't do. Just focus on yourself and your breath and your family and your life. We judge too much. And that's why I say, let it go on the mat, because your mat is your savior. Your mat helps you let it go. Your mat is there when you are, you know, doing your yoga poses. Your mat is there when you're lying there, it holds you up. Your mat is your savior. And like for me, I use the same mat over again because I feel connected to my mat, because when I'm not doing a pose right, it doesn't judge me. When I am, you know, not feeling good, it allows me to still stay on it. When I'm high and I'm excited, it gives me energy. So the mat, letting go on the mat, is a really, really sacred thing once you start being a yogi. And judging is going to get you nowhere, because yoga is your own individual practice, and yoga is for everybody, and everybody at the core. It's about the relationship we have with ourselves, just as we have at this moment, right? So we judge other people, and what happens is when we are in a yoga class, you know, we compare each other, and you have to let go of the feelings of judgment, and you have to stop comparing, because it's really not going to work in your benefit. That's why sometimes a home practice is better, because you can learn yoga in the comfort and privacy of your own home. And you can get comfortable with the poses, which will give you confidence. So if you learn yoga at home with a video or with a private instructor, then you'll get that confidence to go forward. Because a lot of times we give up and we compare because we are going higher than we should. So for example, if you are in a studio trying to learn yoga and somebody else has been teaching yoga, doing yoga a lot more than you, they're going to be flexible. But we look at them and we think, oh my gosh, I'm not so good. Yoga's not for me. I don't know the poses. Bye-bye, right? Because we compare ourselves. We don't realize that in most beginner classes, most of the people are not fresh beginners. And so they are going to be better than you. The thing is to focus on yourself, because nobody really cares. Everybody is thinking about themselves and their poses and their breath. And you will gain confidence that no longer, that to not compare if you learn your poses at home. And also, when you are doing yoga, you need to allow your body to take you as far as it will take you, because some people's bodies can stretch more than others, and that also causes us to compare that somebody is better. But if you can only touch your knees and not your toes, that doesn't mean somebody else is better. It means that's as far as your body can take you. And so I want to know, how does the mantra "let it go" resonate with you? Can you think you can get on the mat and let it go? Do you think you can feel free and stop comparing and judging? And also, simply standing in a posture does not make it a full engaging practice when you're doing yoga. That is one thing that we start judging about too, that how other people's postures are and how people are feeling, how we're feeling. And so the thing is that when you are in a posture, you need to think about, you know, the entire yoga experience, just standing there, because yoga is not just about going through the motions. It's about your spirituality. It's about how your mind is. And so there's a process to it, right? Because when let's go with the negative thoughts first. So thoughts create feelings, which create behavior, which create habits. So if you go into a yoga class judging and comparing and thinking, you know, I can't do this, then your feelings are going to be very like disgruntled, and you're not going to do the yoga poses right. Every time you move into another position, you're going to be like, what is this? I don't get this. And your behavior is going to be, you know, not good, and you're not going to get the experience that you should be getting from yoga. So what will your habit be? You'll leave and you'll say, I'm not flexible, yoga's not for me, I couldn't settle my mind, you know, I'm not as good as the other people. And then your habit is going to be stopping yoga, never going back, like I did, right? Like when I first started. And then your health and your, you know, focus and your clarity and your la feelings and everything you want is just going to be gone down the drain. But if you go in a positive thinking, you know what, I'm going to try this yoga and I'm going to try to make it work, and I'm going to stick through because I know it's going to give me benefits. Your feelings are going to be so happy that you're going to be so happy to be doing yoga, and the stretches are going to be stronger and the confidence is going to be built up higher. So your behavior, your yoga class is going to be awesome. You're going to be happy, and your habits are, I'm so glad I took it. I love the la feeling. I'm going to continue to do it. And your habits and your lifestyle and your investment in yourself is going to boom. So, you know, judgment leads to fear also. So I understand, because even though flexibility was the number one thing that I asked, judgment came in very close. People are so fearful of judgment, and fear holds you back, and fear keeps you stuck, and fear keeps you from living your best life and healthiest life. Once again, let me repeat, when you're doing your yoga practice, nobody is judging you, nobody is comparing. Everybody is focused on their own practice. You just need to get over that fear, because once you get over the fear and comparing, the feelings and the outcomes of the yoga are amazing. And that's why I believe that going to a private instructor or even taking my pose to practice course is going to help you along the way, step by step, because we do it very basic, the ABCs, so that you feel confident, so that you're able to learn the poses and that you do not feel judgy or compare. Benefits of facing your fear and trying yoga: awareness and mindfulness, cultivate more gratitude, reduce stress and worry, It boosts productivity. If your productivity is boosted, how amazing is that? It increases authenticity. So the thing I love about yoga and this increasing authenticity is that it is the one thing that keeps you present because it's your individual practice. Your arms are out, your feet are up, or you're laying down, and you're not having to interact with anyone else, right? So during this time, you are being present with yourself, and anything that is bothering you or that you is conflicting you or is that making you happy, all those feelings and all those thoughts are coming to yourself because it's just you alone with your thoughts. So you're able to contemplate and focus and clear up and make all these decisions and take a breath and let it go, things that don't serve you, because yoga makes you so authentic and so real to yourself. And the more you do it, the more you get into it, and you wait for this time that you can be alone and really have the self-care moment to really organize your thoughts. And it deepens your love towards yourself, because when you're having conflicting thoughts or you're so busy with life, you never get to sit down and be like, who am I? I really care for myself. I need to take care of myself. And yoga allows you to do this. So I have the student Aisha, and she says, I love doing yoga with Uzma. I get one-on-one attention and guidance throughout each session. Uzma caters the sessions to my specific needs. She's a professional with tons of experience. So Aisha's a school teacher and mom of two, and she first tried yoga in the middle of a class. She walked out. So that's where I connected to her, because many years ago, that's what I did. And I asked her why she did this. And she said, because I went in, I didn't know the poses. I was a fresh beginner. The teacher had no time for me. Everybody was doing amazing stuff, and I was so confused that I just couldn't deal with it. And she didn't know the poses, and she felt so embarrassed. And she came to yoga to relieve stress, and literally she felt more stressful in the class. So she took my yoga class and now practices on her own, because what we did was we went from the basics. So the way that I created my course Pose to Practice was because I started doing it with real people in real life to test it out. And that's how I know that it works, because what we did was we went from the basics. We did our cat-cow, we did our sun salutations, we did our upward dog, whatever order we did it in. But each week we did a couple of poses and we practiced them. And so by the end of the week in the Pose to Practice class, you will already be a yogi. You will already feel confidence in one session, in one lesson. I mean, you don't have to even do the thing in a week. You can do it in a couple of days, but the point is doing it step by step. And that's what we did regularly. And she just became so in love with yoga, and her stress went down, her anxiety went down. She began to focus, and she began to be more present with her family, because she would come home so stressed and so upset that she was not able to be there for her family she wanted to. And with the yoga and learning the basics, she was able to be the mom that she wanted to be. And now she feels empowered and confident, and she's prioritizing her health. So then there's Robin also. Robin is such a dear. She has 6 kids, and she went back to work once the kids got older, and it just became really stressful to handle life and stuff. And she came wanting to do meditation, but I felt that stretching and the yoga would help. So we went back to the basics, because she had never done yoga before, and we went each step by step by step. And she just blossomed. She's just like such a different person, because she wanted to create more space in her life. She wanted to have more priority, keep herself more as a priority, because with 6 kids and grown up and some of them married, she did not have time to give herself that time. And coming to me and doing the basics and learning yoga really helped her. And she went from feeling stressed, overworked, overwhelmed, to intentionally making time to slow down, travel, and really enjoy her life. And she now practices yoga daily, even when she's traveling. She sent me a picture of herself taking yoga on a cruise, so that was awesome. So Patricia, she has a different story. She is a mom who decided she wanted to take better care of her health. And her kids were all grown, and some were even married. And she had taken yoga before, but she wanted to add a little bit of spirituality and start yoga from the beginning. And I was really proud of her that she wanted to take it from the beginning, because she had taken it, but she said, you know what, I'm not sure if I really know yoga the right way. So I want you to go back. So we went back to the beginning, and her process was a little faster because she knew the poses, but she told me she was so happy to go back to the beginning, because there were things that she didn't know, because she also went into a yoga studio And she also did not feel comfortable because everybody knew the poses but her, and she just winged it and eventually learned it, but not the right way. So going back really helped her. And she actually realized that she liked practicing in her home, and she wanted an instructor that could give her more spirituality along with the yoga practice. And she says, Uzma is a gifted and compassionate teacher. She conducts each class with attention to individual needs and levels off the experience, making sure no one is left out or unattended. Her willingness to answer questions and address concerns gives each participant the space to feel heard and the support to grow in their yoga practice. I can't endorse Uzma highly enough. I love it when my students really love my practice because I do it from the heart. And so I want to know, would you like to take yoga from somebody who has been there, done that, and become a healthier you? So I want to invite you to my Pose to Practice course. I have talked about this throughout this training, and so you might have a little bit of an idea, but let me just go through it. It's the only yoga implementation program of its kind that shows you how to do the most essential yoga poses step by step, so you can build your own practice with confidence for a lifetime of health and physical and emotional well-being. So you have two choices. You can, number one, keep telling yourself that yoga is not for you, let fear control you, and never start your journey. And 2 days from now, a week from now, a year from now, say, I wish I could have, I would have, why didn't I do it? And your life can just keep on going on the way it is, you wanting to make yourself a priority, but not taking action. Or two, you can decide right now that you're going to 100% commit to creating a healthy lifestyle and make yourself a priority and invest in yourself. So when it comes to yoga, sometimes you may feel unprepared, you may feel self-conscious, you may feel forgotten, or maybe inflexible. All of these are valid. And by the end of this program, Pose to Practice, this course, you'll learn the basics of yoga step by step because we go really slow. And you'll gain confidence in your practice so you can develop a personal yoga journey of your own. Having your own yoga journey is the goal that you want, right? Whether it's in a studio, at home, for breathing, for focus, for clarity, for transitioning. Everybody's yoga journey should be on their own, but you need to learn the basics before you can even go that far. And you'll learn the poses to help you with movement and flexibility so you no longer have excuses, and learning the benefits and poses so you can apply them to your daily life. And you'll also learn how to connect to your mat and have a more meaningful practice. That is in one of my lessons before the course starts. I send out how to connect with your mat, because when you connect with your mat, then the yoga practice really begins. Learning how to calm your busy mind. As moms, our minds are all over the place. And the meditations, we have 8 meditations, which are audio, to bring you back into focus and bring you back into yourself. Learn the purpose of each yoga prop and how to use them. A library of professionally recorded instructional videos for you to refer to at your own leisure to make sure your yoga postures are on track. And I just want you to know that I'm not special. I don't have access to anyone famous. I've just been there, done that. I've had the young kids, I've had the high schooler, I've had the elementaries, I've had the graduate from college. I have adult kids now, and I know it's not easy. It's a beautiful experience having kids and growing and following them. But this is all through my experience, and I really feel like learning from somebody who's been through it, I get it. And so in the Pose to Practice course, we have 8 modules, and they each have a theme that goes to your yoga poses. So connecting with yourself, letting go of the ego, moving forward, fear, vulnerability and boundaries, confidence in yourself, judgment and emotions, and nurturing mom. And so the basic membership, what you'll get is 8-week course with 6 poses each week, a guided meditation to start your lessons, printable handouts and PDFs that further explain each pose, lifetime access to all the modules and lessons, the ability to learn at your own pace in the comfort of your own home, which is amazing if you can learn it in your own home. And it is $28.50. So I slashed that price because that's how much it is actually if you took private lessons and you had everything that I was doing. So I slashed it to $9.96 because I know that my moms and my community want to have a healthier life. They want to be a priority. They want to be invest in themselves. So I want you to be able to take Pose to Practice so you can uplift yourself and do what you need. So the $996, we have 3 payment plans. We have a 12-month at $83, a 6 at $166, or you can do the full payment. And if you press Pose to Practice, join Pose to Practice right now, it'll take you straight to the page and you can sign up and you can start your journey ASAP. And the basic membership, again, what you'll get is 8-week video course, 6 poses, a guided meditation, printable handouts with PDFs. So every lesson that you take, there is a PDF that goes with it, and it will have a picture of the pose and the benefits. So if you print it out and you just need it in your files, or if you were traveling and you didn't have computer access, you would know what to do. Lifetime access to all modules, the ability to learn at your own pace, which is amazing. So you can do supported or you can do at your own pace. So VIP membership that you'll get is a little bit more supported if you want that, and a little more of bonuses. So everything includes a basic membership. So everything is basic. You'll receive the Release Overwhelm in 7 Days guide, which is a guide in which there'll be a workbook that will help you relieve overwhelm. And you'll get discount packages to the retreat in 2020. We have a retreat in 2020, and that's gonna be in Mexico, and it is going to have like massages and mud baths and good food and journal writing and yoga. So it's going to be a really fun retreat, and a live lesson at the end of each module. So you will get a personal lesson with me at the end of each module that you have, so that we can talk a little more about how you feel about the poses and the stances. 2 personal one-on-one check-in follow. So that's even getting more personal and more supported, because we'll have 2 calls which you can talk to me about anything, yoga, whatever you're going through. And a 6-week beginner yoga series to help you continue your journey. So this is really great, because once you take the beginner, then you also get added on a 6 weeks. So that's 6 weeks of yoga beginner classes in which you will follow me along in a video, and it will enhance what you've already learned in Pose to Practice. And a surprise gift, which I can't tell you, so let's move on. And that is $45.50. And I've also slashed that because I want my moms to get the most support they can. And I also have 3 payments of that, which is $125, $250, and you can also do the full payment of $15.50. And if you press on the left, you will go straight to the page and you will be welcomed, and you can start your journey to invest in yourself and get the support that you need. So I have a guarantee, which after 14 days of enrolling with a valid reason and proof that you've given it a proper shot, I'll gladly refund you. And what you get, once again, basic membership goodies or basic VIP goodies, you also get a bonus. Everybody gets this bonus, and it's an FB group bonus where you can join a community of mamas who are like you. The course is 8 weeks, but I'm going to keep it open for 10 weeks. So you can bond and you can tell your wins, you can tell your losses, we can go through the themes, and it's really great to connect with a tribe of your own. So weekly live question and answers every week. On a Wednesday, I will come on and answer your questions, and we'll talk about things that maybe you're struggling with, or maybe you need to know about yoga or breath or the theme of the week. And the bonus meditation, which will also be there, the meditation guide, that is a guide that I have meditation on there. We talk about essential oils, how to set up your meditation room. So it's a really handy guide. And all of this is $850 that I'm giving you. I'm just giving it away to you because I really want to support you and make sure that your journey in Pose to Practice is amazing. So if you pay in full, either of them, whether it is the regular or the VIP, you'll get basic membership goodies or the basic VIP goodies, and you'll get the bonus 1 meditation, the beginner yoga series bonus, and the 12-month yoga ebook. So if you pay in full, this yoga ebook is 12 months of yoga. So you'll get this book, and for 12 months, you'll get 12 sequences. So each month will have 12 sequences to you to practice, and it'll be for menopause, for back pain, for neck pain, for sleep, emotions, everything that you can think of to help you in your yoga practice when you're going through something. So the 12 sequences to practice every month and beyond. and it's one full practice a month. So you'll get to be an expert by the time you're done. So the basic membership is $9.96 and the VIP is $15.50, and plus the bonuses, which are such great bonuses. But I want to let you know that since you stuck with me to the end of the course, you are going to get the revamped thoughts and feelings in 6 days. I told you that I had something special. So since you stayed with me till the end, you will get this. So when you join the Poster Practice course, you will have this page, which you will go to, and then there'll be the, the Poster Practice Basic or the VIP. You can choose either one. And then you'll get a welcome video from me because I'm so excited that you joined. And then you'll also get an invite to the Facebook group. The Facebook group is only for the Poster Practice people, in which we will have, a weekly theme. We'll talk about our highs and lows. I'll be there for question and answers. And then I'll also throw in some other goodies in there. So once again, to enroll, you can click on the left, join Poster Practice. This is the basic membership. And then this is the VIP. Remember, again, we have a 12, 6, and 1 month. And then I also wanted to talk about my Yogi Uzi Wellness, which is so dear to my heart, because if you go through this course and you're a stay-at-home mom and you fill out a form after you're done and you have something that you've been wanting to do, like I have moms who said they wanted to start a catering service. One mom said she wanted to start a non-for-profit. One mom said she wanted to work outside of the house. I will be giving a portion to those selected. A portion of the profits will go to the scholarship fund, so that they can start their own business. Because sometimes a stay-at-home mom, it's a one-income family, or you're so busy spreading the money so thin that you want to start something. You say, when the kids are older, I'm going to do this. And the kids get older, they go to college, they have sports, they have travels, and your money and your funds go all into that. And so you don't feel good enough, or you feel selfish for even asking to do something for yourself. So this money will go to you so you can start up. So if you join Poster Practice, you are actually helping yourself going through this practice, but you're also helping another mom really get empowered and confident and start something up. And that other mom could be you. So other moms would be helping you as well. So push this, click this actually, and you will go straight to Poster Practice, and you will get the through the revamp. In 6 days, you will get all the bonuses, and you'll get straight going into the welcome message of the course. So I want to go into the question and answers right now. So what if I don't have time for the course? So the thing is that you will have time for the course because it is a drip course. So you can access it whenever. So the class is closing in the next 3 days, so you won't be able to get into it after that. So if you're really interested and you want to invest and move forward, now is the time. And then when it starts, you can start and finish it whenever you want, and you will get all the Facebook, all the extras, because you have joined the membership group. So if you don't worry about FOMO that you've missed anything, because you can start and finish, you can go along with us and be supported, or you can do it on your own, because some people who have signed up say that they're not going to start until April because they're on vacation. I had somebody who said, I'm going to start up in March because, I've got stuff to do with my family. So it doesn't matter when you start. It matters if you get it or not. So there is no thing about time. And the best part is each lesson in each module is 2 to 5 minutes. So you can just quickly make it self-care, watch it. Even if you watch one lesson a day, it won't take any time, so you will have time. Wouldn't regular yoga classes be cheaper? I love this question. Yes, they are going to be cheaper, but you're going to buy a $50 one or $100 a month, and you're going to be thrown in there. You're not going to know the basics. You're not going to get support. You're not going to get questions and answers. You're not going to get the bonuses. You're just going to be thrown in there, frustrated, and leave like me, or take a while to learn and not learn the right way because it's not individual. And the thing is, what I'm charging is as much as you would if you were taking privates. If you were taking privates, it all adds up to the same price as well. And like I said in my training today, that it's best to take privates before you even jump into a course. So the privates or Poster Practice are really going to help you with your confidence and get you into a yoga course the right way. And would this course actually work for me? It will work for you, because each module builds on the next module. So literally after the first module, you will have the confidence to be like, hey, I'm a yogi. I can do a flow, because you will have 6 sessions that you will have, which will be of each pose. And then the 7th lesson will be your flow. So after one lesson, and if you wanted to watch the lesson in one day, which you probably could, because it's 2 to 5 minutes for each lesson, and then like about 15 minutes for the flow, in one day you could be a yogi. So it works, and it is a process and step by step that you will be able to work. So once again, here's the basic, and here's the VIP membership. Click, and I'm telling you, either one with the bonuses is going to be amazing for you, and you're going to be able to move forward in this and invest in yourself. So now I'm going to open up for some questions. So let's get back to the view. Okay, so let me start to share. Okay, so now we're back, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I would love to answer them. Any questions? So if I really think that joining this course is really going to enhance your life. It's going to help you live longer, help longer, be focused, and you get so many bonuses. And starting with Pose to Practice is really going to get you to the next level. Because right now, you know, you can jump into a class and you can say it's cheaper, it's better, but nothing really works. If you think about it, when you invest in good clothes, when you invest in good classes, when you invest in tutors, your results are just so amazing and so much better. Whereas if you just say, okay, I'll go the cheaper route or the less route, you never learn, and you end up spending more money, because then you end up saying, I shouldn't have done this, I should have gone higher. So why not start now? So if you have any questions, let me know. Welcome again to Pose to Practice. I hope to see you there. And if you have any questions, ask them now, otherwise it'll be over. And it was so good to talk to you guys today. And I just want to know that I'm doing this from the heart, and I'm doing this authentically. And I know you will see results, because imagine yourself living a healthy life, being focused, having clarity, you know, being present, and if nothing else, having a yoga journey, and so you can practice yoga and get all the benefits, because in one day you will notice a difference in yourself. In 3 to 4 days, you will notice more flexibility, and you might have aches and pains from moving different things. In 1 week, you will get that la feeling if you continue with yoga. In 1 month, you will get strength, and you will get agility, and you will see your body changing. So yoga can do so many things, and it can transform you and take you to the next level. So I'm gonna sign off for now, and thanks for all of you who have attended, and see you in Pose to Practice, because I'm really excited to give you more support and move forward. Take care.